Namaste and welcome. Welcome to your Yin Yoga class in the series of the functional approach for Yin Yoga. This series where we look and observe the body as this structure of bones held together by myofascia, which are the connective tissue connections in the body, giving this structure the connection, so to say, and the myo in there, which is the muscles, following all these different lines and doing the poses for a certain understanding, and then for nourishing those lines, stimulating those lines in the body, opening those lines in the body. So today, this class is all about the arm lines. So running on the level of the heart and the lung, and if you ever go to an energetic class of me, you will find out that it's connecting to the heart and the lung energy. But now we're going to look at the joints in the fingers, the wrist joint. We will pass the elbow and come to the shoulder. And then it is the opening of the chest, so working with all the myofascia around the rib cage, and also on the back, the scapula, the shoulder blades, by bringing them closer together and creating space on the back of the heart, all by using the arms in our poses, where we can put the legs in any position. This time I think I'm choosing to not to put them under any load, so to say, any stress, just going fully to the upper body. So to start there, find yourself a comfortable seat. If you can, let it be the seat like I'm having as well. Maybe you want to put a pillow underneath the buttocks or a block to be more comfortable. And that is also the only thing you might need for this class. Good. Now, looking at your hands, just observing. A lot of times, they're there, they do a lot of work for us. They open, they close the whole day. But, yeah, giving some space to look at your hands, to see all the different lines, to look at the insides. Just the more yin sides and the outsides, which you would call more the yang sides, the outer side of the body. And moving your fingers softly and feeling if there is any connection going into your arms. Moving your wrist. Any way that feels okay and natural for you. Letting that movement come into the elbow, some flexion and extension there. The fingers are still soft, the wrists are still soft. And then let the shoulders come into this equation as well. Just gently, organically moving through your arms. Feeling how your shoulder blades on the back of the body are responding as well. Like your wings are opening and closing itself. They're coming closer together. When that happens, the front of the body is opening. If we look at the myofascia, it's a lot connected to triceps, biceps, tissue, also our trapezius, goes all the way until the skull. So let's move the head. All the connections towards the skull, and on the front, it's all these pec muscles, myofascia tissue. Just gently moving there. Good. And coming back, placing your hands on your thighs or on your lower belly, anywhere it feels comfortable for you. And taking a good deep breath in. On the exhale, allow yourself to release. Feel into the fingers, the sensations, the wrists, the elbows, all the way up to the shoulders, the shoulder blades. connecting yourself to deeper listening, which is one of the qualities we like to cultivate through our practice of Yin Yoga. Setting an intention for your practice. Just breathing into the spaces and treating every exhalation as this invitation to let go. Let go of anything that allows you not to soften your body, to bring some peace to your mind, to sink into your heart space. And allow yourself to open up your eyes again. And we're coming back to the hands and to the fingers. And very simply placing them in front of you. And then bringing yourself up and bringing the weight through the shoulders into the hands. For your safety, have a straight line to start with. So the weight is going straight into the earth. And feel how that is for you. If it's too much, you might have some wrist issues. Then you place your hands a little bit more forward, making the angle less in the wrists. And just start from there to bring your weight to left and right. Feeling how everything is distributing itself, how your structure is changing. And what the impact of the weight is doing for you. And then experimenting with bringing your fingers more out to the sides of your mat. And just find some stillness here. Softening in the rest of the body as well, while there is no movement now. And still feeling into the lines in the arms, from the fingers through the wrists, elbows, up to the shoulders. How it feels in front of the body at your chest, and how it feels in the back towards your scapulas, your shoulder blades. And then allowing the fingers to come towards you. If this is possible for you, if you feel your elbows here are starting to bend, then maybe you place your hands a little bit different. So the line can still be straight, the weight can still go straight into the earth. And for some people from here, not for me, it is possible to lean a little bit back, compressing a little bit more on the front of the wrist joints, opening a little bit more on the back of the wrist joints, the inside. But this is where my structure can go. If I go further, I would go over my edge. It doesn't feel nice. And here I already feel the pull from my wrist to the eye of the elbow, all the way up to my shoulder joints. So I'm doing it. If this is not for you, then I welcome you to come back and sit and place your hands anywhere that feels okay for you. Even a little bit behind you to take that strong angle out. Yeah? There's not so much weight going to the earth now here while sitting, so it's fine. And when you found your position, make sure you catch up with your breath. The breath that is giving us the focus for our practice, that is drawing us inside for this deeper listening. So we can observe all the sensations that the practice is bringing to us. Now, if you're still in all fours, very gently bring yourself to where I'm sitting now, with your buttocks towards your heels. And taking your hands out of the earth, let the back of the hands just rest on your thighs. Without moving the fingers or the wrist, just keep observing. It might feel stiff, like you're maybe never going to move your fingers anymore. There might be sensations of tingling or heat or cold. The body is finding its way back. It's rebounding, restoring itself. Opening up your eyes, looking at your hands again. And starting with moving your thumbs. And then the other fingers to follow. Very gently bring some motion back. Opening and closing the hands. And feeling the connection in the rest of the arm lines all the way up to the shoulders, to your upper back, to your chest. Imagining all this tissue connecting. These unstoppable lines we have in the body connecting everything. Then moving your wrist gently again. That might bring some movement in your elbows, in your shoulders. Beautiful. And using the hands to put them behind you, your legs in front of you. And just rest the weight into the hands, let the legs relax and restore after the sitting. We're tapping a little bit more into these arm lines. I'm gonna move a little bit on my mat to show you. You're staying in this position, so if you need anything underneath your knees, then you can do so. And then drawing the shoulder blades together, but in a soft manner, relaxing the legs. And then feel if you can walk your hands together. For some people, the hands need to be further away. For some people, they need to be closer. It all depends on the shape of your skeleton. And also, you acknowledge your edge. So if you feel like, oh, this is already okay, I still can have my 10 fingers into the mat, but this is it for now, then you're there. Not worrying about any alignment, you're there where you feel like, okay, there's a little challenge, but I can be here. And then you rest in this pose. Softening from your toes all the way up into the legs, to the belly. Taking a deep breath into the belly. And exhaling from there. Making sure the upper body is soft as well, that you're not pushing your chest forward. This is the shoulder blades coming together. That is pushing the sternum, the chest bone forward by itself. This rolling the shoulders back. That is opening the chest by itself, but without having to do that action. Just sinking into your shape. Anytime you feel that that first edge is gone, that there's more space created, then you can experiment a little bit more by walking your hands to a different position. For some, they can place the hands on top of each other. You don't have to go there. Always feel what is possible for you right here and now. Acknowledging your structure and your edge and all your sensations. Sensing the connection from your fingers all the way up to the heart space, the lung space, and how the breath is moving these spaces. What I personally found over the years of practice, that these arm poses we hold a little bit shorter in time than the leg poses, because especially the shoulder joint and elbow joints and things like that are a little bit more fragile than our hip joints, for example. And for me personally, the sensations are always a bit more. So listen very deeply and carefully to what the body is telling you and adjust accordingly. You're always welcome to replace the hands again. We're staying for a few more breaths. Let's make it 3 more, with full awareness, filling the chest and the belly on your inhales. And exhaling, letting go. Two more. And while you're breathing, deeply listening to the sensations that are there now. Last breath in. Fully exhale. And gently walk your hands a little bit wider and a little bit closer to yourself. Now bringing your chin to the chest. Tapping into the back line of the body for a few breaths, which is also connected to the myofascia of the trapezius, running from your skull to the shoulder blades and then back to the spine, this diamond shape on your back. You might be sensing the connection also along the whole spine into your legs, all the way to the soles of your feet. Connective tissue running everywhere, connecting everything. One more good breath here. And then bringing yourself back to a comfortable seat, which can be cross-legged. And then let your arms just simply rest next to the body. It will be the back of the hands towards the earth, so the hand palms can be open, the fingers can curl in, everything can be soft. And sensing into these myofascia arm lines, all these sensations. The pathway is fully open after being tensed and compressed, so everything can flow. Everything can be nourished. All the toxins and waste and debris can go out of the tissue, eliminated eventually out of the body. We're gently moving on to our next shape. It's nice to just shake out the fingers, shake out the wrists, shaking through your elbow, your shoulder. This arm work can be quite intense, so really watch for yourself. Don't go too deep, too far, especially not if you have any new or old injuries here. Just take it slow and watch the response of what you're doing. So inviting you to come down to the mat. And we're going right away into Sphinx pose, just shortly as a transitioning. Starting here with some safe alignment of bringing the elbow underneath your shoulder. You can make sure that your pelvis can rest to the earth. If the pubic bone doesn't like it to be to the earth, then place something soft underneath. So your bones can just land there. You can open the belly, sinking in between your shoulder blades. If that happens, it's fine. And having your head somewhere neutral. And letting your body breathe from the fingertips all the way to the toes, all the way to the crown of your head. In case you feel you're working a lot, especially around the shoulder blades and the shoulders, and you're sinking in, then I welcome you to bring your elbows a little bit closer, even in front of your chest, broadening the shoulder blades, creating some space in between on the back of the heart. This is what Yin is about all the time. You explore, you play. You feel into your own structure, you feel how your tissues are responding, and eventually how your energy is flowing. Three more breaths before we transition to the next shape. Two more. Last one. And then bringing your hands to the mat so you can lift yourself a little bit up. And then bringing your left hand underneath with the aim to bring the left shoulder to the mat. So you're closing the front of the body. We're not going to a twist or turning ourselves. So sometimes you have to feel a little bit like, okay, where can I be and balanced? And some people like it to have something underneath the head so it's not crushed too much or hanging above the floor. And then start with this one. You can use this one, the right one, also as a pillow. Turning your head towards the long arm. Making sure that everything can be soft in that left arm.
Sensing into the compression of the left shoulder joint in the front and the response all the way in the arm lines. Sensing into the tension that is created from the back, the upper back, over the scapula, the shoulder blades, and the back of the arm to the back of the hand, where the fingers eventually curl into the hand palm. The sensations are too much. You can always curl your toes into the mat so you can shift your weight a little bit forward or backwards to find the place that is more beneficial for you. Maybe you want to increase the sensations, or maybe you want to decrease, go away because it's too much. You are jumping over your edge. Adjusting yourself to what is perfect now for you here. A little challenge, but no pain. And then when all is well, you might want to come with me to the next step. Bringing your forehead to the center again. And eventually we're going to turn it to the other side. So you might want to bring something underneath. At least I know I need. And then bringing that right arm to the back. So you can come with the back of your hand to your sacrum. Maybe you walk it up towards the shoulder blades, or I like to hook it into my pants actually, so I don't have to do anything, and this shoulder can just find its own way on the right side. If it now becomes difficult to breathe because you're looking to the left, then you turn your head back where it came from. Feeling into the sensations on the right and adjust accordingly if it's too much. Sensing into the connection between your left and your right arm. And then there's nothing more to do here than to follow the natural flow of your breaths. To let your mind find some peace in that natural flow of your breath by let it just be there and flow as well. You feel that your thoughts are flying out and you find yourself in the past or concerned with the future, then let your mind sink again in the natural flow of your breath in the here and now. Anytime you like to exhale through pursed lips or make a sound, feel welcome to express. It's all part of the practice. We stay a little bit longer. And again, adjust accordingly if something is not correct for you here now. It's your body, so it's your yoga, your practice. And let's take 3 more breaths, where there's space to observe all the sensations present now. To feel from the fingers all the way up to the chest, the upper back, the shoulders, the neck, the throat. Last breath here in this shape. And gently, it might feel a little bit stiff and doesn't want to move, at least with me. That is most of the time the case, including now. Bringing that right arm back to the earth. Let it come in front of you. Let your underarm, your elbow touch the mat. And let the elbow be bent so the shoulder can adjust to its new shape, its new form. And from here, the most simple thing to do would be to roll yourself over to your back. So we don't have to use much force to bring ourselves off the mat to free the arm. Just using your legs to shift your center. Be mindful with any pillows or space next to you. Don't mind yourself if you come off your mat. Just roll yourself off. Give your arms the space. It's actually really freeing to just roll off your mat. Just do what you like to do. Feeling into these arms all the way up to your chest, to your heart. And from there, imagining all these connections, or you might even feel it all the way up to the head, but also all the way down to the toes. Few more breaths here to restore.
And then simply bringing your feet into the earth. Let your hands come closer to your body, turning the hand palms to the floor. Bringing your pelvis up so your hand palms can go underneath, so your buttocks are resting on your hands. And then lengthening your legs again. We're going to put a tiny bit of action into the body. Bringing the gaze up and then towards your toes. Pointing your toes away, lifting your heels, and then hinging yourself up. Freeing your hands, finding your mat back again. I'm just going to turn to the other side. So I'm facing the camera still in the right way, but you can go back where you came from, coming back to that Sphinx pose for a moment. This time, now you're here back again, sensing into these arm lines. You might observe some changes from the first time we were here. Maybe a different response between left and right sides. Personally, I feel my left shoulder is way more relaxed than the right, which we didn't train yet. So let's go there. Using the hands to bring your upper body up and then just bringing that right arm underneath. Using your left hand as a pillow or above your head. And adjusting yourself accordingly to what you feel around the shoulder joints, around your neck, your upper back. Not going any sensations out of the way, but also not creating any sharp pain or numbing sensations in the fingers. Allowing the whole body to sink towards the earth. Checking in with your fingers if they're relaxed. Relaxed fingers curl in towards the hand palm by itself, taking out any straight lines in the body, allowing softness to enter away from protection. When you're ready for it, and you can bring that left hand behind you. The back of the hand can go to the sacrum, the buttock, the waist, or higher up. Just feel for yourself if you want to hook it somewhere so the elbow can find its way back to the earth. And from there, we'll pull on the shoulder joint on the left.
Most likely it is increasing the sensations on the right arm as well. Turning your head to the right also is an option. I'm going the other way, otherwise you most likely won't hear me anymore. You find the space where your head wants to be. Allowing your whole body to breathe, even if it's just the natural flow of the breath, breathing through every pore of your skin. Every in and exhalation, letting you connect to the here and now, the present moment from where you can observe all the sensations in the body, and if needed, to adjust accordingly. Allowing oneself a few more breaths in this shape. A few more opportunities to sense in this shape all the sensations. Anything that your physical body is telling you. And also not ruling out any energy that is expressing itself, maybe in other types of feelings and emotions. Things we can never separate, although we're doing functional practice. The energy is always there. Allowing your forehead to come back to the mat. And gently freeing the left arm. Just bring the underarm, the elbow back into the earth. Feeling the shape shifting. The body adjusting. And from here, simply allowing the body to roll over towards the left. I have to be a little bit careful with my microphone, so I have to come up, but you can just roll over the floor. You might end up outside of your mat. It's all fine, you're still doing your yoga. Finding yourself in a comfortable resting shape, giving your arms all the space they deserve. Allowing your mind to have a focus on what is presenting itself in this restoring shape. How the rebound is feeling and expressing itself. What sensations are there when you deeply listen from the inside? Are there sensations in your fingers, your underarms, your upper arms? You sense into the connection from your fingers all the way up to the shoulders. From the shoulders connecting to your shoulder blades, your chest, all the way up through the neck and the throat towards the head. Softening in your face. And let that softness also find its way down, all the way to your toes. Becoming aware of that felt sense in the whole body. This connection from arms to torso to heads to legs, feeling your body as a whole. Allowing yourself as long as you need to be in a resting position, changing it if you feel that you need another shape or you need more props to be comfortable. Sensing in all this connectiveness in our structure, our physical body, but also not denying that we are energetic beings. And leaving you here to rest, to experience what your practice is doing for you. And as always, if you have any feedback, any questions, any suggestions, then please place them underneath the video or send us a message. We're here to serve you and your practice. Enjoy. Namaste.